what's the deal? We keep it real. And honestly, right now in Marvel Rivals, specifically, well, especially in season 3, it's a huge fucking tank problem. Like, it seems like nobody wants to tank DPS, even a tank players. Like, it's really getting out of control. And myself as a tank player, you know, I've clocked in, a substantial amount of hours on tank, and I just feel it when I hop into a game, and everybody want to S-lock DPS, or just nobody wants to play tank, or I have to solo tank, or I have to beg somebody, to get on the second tank. You know what I'm saying? Or I have to get off a specific tank I'm playing, like Thor, Penny, Hawk, because them specific tanks are typically not good at solo tanking. Hawk can solo tank, but it's really not, optimal, or the best decision. I can really name a bunch of tanks that's not good at solo tanking. It's really only a few that's good at solo tanking, and it's mainly Strange or Mag, bro. And occasionally Emma, because she is considered a shield tank. But sometimes you just need that second tank when playing with Emma. But it can work with Emma. But Strange and Mag is really the best two suited for solo tank, bro. And even then, it's just horrible solo tanking, even with them. And not to say that the tank role is boring, because in my opinion, the tank role is not boring, bro. We just need more tanks, bro. Like, I don't know how they would add these tanks to the game to give it some diversity, because there's so much they can do with the tanks. If they add more tanks to Marvel Rivals, there's so much they can do with the tanks. Because honestly, bro, right now it's just not enough tanks, bro. And everybody is straying to DPS because it's more DPS. Now, in my personal opinion, I think really all the roles are fun. That's just how I feel. Everybody had different opinions. I don't really think no role is boring, but DPS is the most fun out of any role, and it's hands down is. It's just not debatable. But with that being said, tank is fun. But with DPS, I feel like it's way more diversity. If you want to play a melee character, you can play a melee character. If you want to play, just sit back and shoot, you got a nigga with a machine gun, Punisher, you can play that. If you want to get up in a nigga face and basically be invulnerable the whole game, you got a nigga like Mr. Fantastic. Or if you want to be in a sky and shoot down and rain down hell from above, you can do that. If you want to, throw tridents at a nigga and kill niggas with squids, you can do that, bro. Like, it's so much diversity, and there's so much you can do with these DPS characters. Shit, if you a nigga that don't know how to aim, it's something there for you too. You can play Scarlet Witch. Like, it's never endless with the DPS, bro. But with the tank role, bro, a lot of these tanks take a lot of skill. Cap takes a lot of skill, bro. You gotta know when to get in and get out. And Cap is fun as fuck to play. Like, I haven't really got that many hours on Cap, but I got a few, bro. And from me playing a nigga, he's fun as fuck to play, bro. Like, just in the backline, Horizon and backline, this nigga's fun as fuck to play. Thor is another that takes a lot of skill, and it takes a lot to get a lot of value out of him. Especially now, since they nuked that nigga survivability. Bro, they need to get that nigga his survivability back, bro. Because without it, bro, he's just in a terrible spot, bro. He's just like one of them tanks that you need a second tank. Even then, bro, it's really hard to get value out of that nigga, bro. Like, you're not really doing too much. The nigga ultimate is cool, but, bro, there's stuff you can do to make his ultimate even better. Like, pair with Rocket, you can kill through support alts. Then, a lot of people say Strange and Mag is boring, which I agree, bro. They can be, boring at times. And sometimes it begins where I have fun with Mag. Most of the time, bro, I'm just sitting there, pressing the same 2 buttons the entire game. You know what I mean? And that's what he's good at, bro. That's what he do. He holds down a position, bubble your teammates, bubble yourself, press shield, and just right click and occasional left click, bro. And that's about it, bro. Because that's what he good at. Strange, it's a little bit different, bro. He can't really bubble nobody. He don't got that type of shield. But Strange is basically the same thing. His ultimate, you can get some huge value out of it. You can make some huge plays. Other than that, it's really the same as Mag, bro. Like, it's just boring. Groot, fun as fuck to play. He's probably one of the most unique tanks besides Penny, bro. Because every other tank is really just a melee tank, bro. And they basically really just all do the same thing. We need some more variety, bro. We need some more like tanks with different abilities other than melee, bro. Groot and Penny is really the only ones that really fit in that category. Because with Penny, you know, in my opinion, she's the most unique, bro. And really it takes a lot of skill too. And it takes a lot to get a lot of value out of her, bro. Because you set up the nest, and most of the time, bro, if you playing against, you know, a competent team, a good team, they're going to shoot the nest, bro. But if you not, bro, nigga, she wreaks havoc on the battlefield, bro. You can kill, support something ult, bro, with the mons, bro. And I feel like just setting up traps all around the map is crazy. And especially on some maps, she really dominates, bro. And especially, like, again, if they don't shoot them nests, oh my god, they're cooked, bro. They're literally cooked. In group, I feel like just being able to put walls all around the map and block off heals from, you know, the enemy team, it's just great, bro. Cause like Penny, this nigga wreaks havoc if this nigga's not countered, bro. They don't have a wolf, you're straight, bro. You're straight, bro. And you're just gonna dominate. Venom, I feel like he's low-key unique too, but if you don't have another person dive with you, you're pretty much cooked. Or unless you just God tier on this nigga and they can't do nothing against you, then shit, you're just that nigga with them, bro. But other than that, bro, you need somebody diving with you when you go on Venom. I feel like Venom, he's nice, bro, but he can't solo tank, bro. It's impossible, bro. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, bro. It's damn near, bro. But yeah, man. And Penny ult honestly needs to change, bro. Cause anytime I'm ult with Penny, I just feel like it's a walking lick at that point. Like I'm just free eats. It's kind of ass in my opinion. Got to be the worst ult in the game. Even though you can, you know, in certain situations get value out of it. But other than that, bro, it's bad, bro. Her ult, it's not really that good to me. But yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think. And honestly, let me know if y'all been, you know, dealing with the solo tank problem or, you know, just tanks in general. Nobody want to play tank. Because honestly, it's been happening a lot with me. But yeah, man, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.